beautiful Wednesday morning. I hope everyone is doing well, and let me know what you're up to. The weather is a little bit breezy outside. The sun is coming and going. I'm just looking out the window. But I'm hoping it will brighten up a bit. It was so nice and warm on the weekend. I'm just really hoping that we get some of the warmth and the sunshine back. And just like, just can enjoy some time outside in the garden, perhaps with a beading tray, just sitting there on the veranda. That would be amazing. So, what are we up to today? I am going to show you how to make a beautiful bracelet. I'm just going to bring one up and show it to you, and I'll turn you down and show you the rest as well with the new Par Puca beads. I am loving these beads. They fit together perfectly, really nicely. There is 2 new beads involved in this one. I'm going to pop you over to the website as well, and I'm going to show you also it's the Baros and Konos beads are we gonna be playing with it. We don't need seed beads, so I've just used 4mm crystals with it. So we're not gonna be using seed beads, which is quite rare. Like when we're making bracelets or necklaces or anything like that, that we are not using seed beads. So when I was working out the pattern, first I started to add seed beads, and it did look a little bit I don't know, it just looked a little bit off. And I was sitting there thinking, what shall I do? Or how shall I make it? Or what shall we do? And then when I decided to remove the seed beads, it just really looked very nice because the beads fit together so nicely. Right, I'm going to quickly say hello and then we can get started. I'm going to pop you over to the website, show you where you can get these beautiful, we added them onto a kit, and Simon has given us 10% off today, so do go and grab some of them. Right, okay, so I'm really quickly gonna come and say hello. Good morning, Lucy, Gitty, Claire, Chris, good morning. Edward is here, good morning. Facebook user from Bolton, good morning. Jackie, good morning. Josephine, good morning. Rachel, good morning. Joe, good morning. Olimoni here. Elaine, Karen saying good morning. Kitty and everyone. Mandy, good morning. Charlotte, good morning. Lovely. Or shall I say good night to you? Marcia, good morning. Annie, good morning. Chris is saying, loving the beads behind you. I'd be in heaven. Yeah, I had to get organized, so I kind of like can put my hand on the right color. They all seed beads and treasures and all sorts of small beads. I really do love. I really do love sometimes a bit of an organization, but you can imagine I'm a creative person to everything, like you don't want to see that side of the room. Everything sort of gets mixed up, and then I have to spend an afternoon tidying things up. Morning, Natalie. I hope you're okay. Alison from New Zealand. Good morning. How's the weather down there? Do let us know. Isla's here. Good morning. Cold and rain in Clitterhall here. She's saying. Angela. Good morning. Celia. Good morning. Sharon. Good morning. Right. Okay. So Minnie's here as well. Good morning. Right. I'm going to pop you over to the website and I'm going to show you where to find today's. So by now, you know the drill, what you need to do. TotallyBeads.co.uk. Good morning, Sheila. And you're going to land on our website. So you're either going to go and press this big button here, video tutorials, or you're going to go into categories and then find video tutorials from there. Once you land on a video tutorials page, do look around because you've got hundreds of tutorials going back over 2 years. Really, like so many of them, like so many different techniques using all sorts of different beads. So I'm going to go into today, which is the Barros bracelet. So the Barros beads are these faceted sort of kind of like soccer ball shape, but not with a pointy end, sort of a flat end and beads. They are, I'm going to show you to them on my mat. They are really nice and really nice to work with. So we have got 7 colors for you. I couldn't do less. I did work out a few more, but I was told I have to be cutting it down to only maybe 6 or 7, because you know me, that's my favorite thing in the world, just working out colors. So I'm gonna demo with this one today. So that's the one we haven't got the made up samples. All the rest of them I have made them up. It comes with a toggle, it comes with your Barros bead, your Kunos beads, and come with the 4mm crystals as well. And we have got 10% off on today. So I'm just gonna pop in here and show you. The pattern is so nice. I just love that sort of like triangular structure, and it's really easy to make. You don't even need a PDF. The video will be suffice enough for you to be able to do the bracelet. Right, so I'm gonna on the bottom, it gives you all the different, I always say this, like, you know, when we add bundles together, if you scroll down to the bottom, you always have the ingredients separately there as well. So if you wanted an extra Barros beads or anything extra, if you want to make a necklace or you know, earrings or anything, probably you have a few beads left over for earrings, but if you want to do something else, you can always add extras in your basket. Right, I'm coming back here, and I'm gonna go down onto the table, and I'm going to show you the different colorways. So I love this one, and this is the one. No, this is not the one. That's a different one. This is the plum rose gold. Leanne called it for us. So the Barros beads will be enough to make you about a 6.5-inch bracelet on its own. Oh, there's my ruler. The other one you can't really see. So the Barros beads will be enough to make you just over a 6-inch bracelet, and we're going to extend it a little bit with the crystals. Now, if you want, they're going to be Kunos beads. The Kunos beads are this little sort of cone-shaped beads. They're going to be more left in your basket. So if you want to add an extra Barros beads in there, you can. But otherwise, you know, you can even make this section smaller and extend it with more crystals. I think that looks quite nice, just to sort of have a difference. Beautiful, really, I really do really love this pattern, and I think the camera is not doing justice for it, because it's like this one especially got this beautiful shine. Right, okay, so next one I'm gonna show you. Let's get it how it's on the website. So this one is sort of further down the line. So the next one I'm going to show you is the aluminium light blue. Now this one I really do love, and I'm just going to pop it on my hand and bring it up. This is sort of your silver and blue. Goes with like very summery denim colors. Beautiful. Like you can wear it, or you can even wear it with white. Loads of different ones. The next one is the dark violet, copper dark violet, which is this one. This is very summery, sort of bronzy color. I really do love the plums, and you can wear it with so many different things. The next one is the crystal bronze gold. Again, this one is a more of a bronze and a champagne gold sort of color. So a little bit darker, probably more like evening wear, I guess. Beautiful. I love this color. The next one is dark plum rose, which is this one. That I really love this one. I used quite a lot of sort of golds and sort of those sort of colors for the summer. This one, I love the Barros beads. Can you see all that pattern? I don't know how much I can bring in so you can see it. All that pattern on the Barros beads are just like beautiful. They are sort of pinks coming in, and gold as well as, like, you know, the white background of the bead. Beautiful bead. The next one is the one I'm going to be demo with. I haven't made this colorway up, but this is called the green gold iris. So I'm gonna be making this one up. I really do love a turquoisey teal colorway. Next one is the rose gold, which is this one, which I showed you earlier. And last but not least, I have this beautiful turquoise ceramic one. So this one is a lighter green with darker green, and the crystals I add into is the rainbow one. So you have got like a hint of purple and pink coming through from the crystals as well, just to brightening the whole bracelet up. So That is the color choice for today. And I'm going to demo with this one right here. So shall we get into the making? Very, very easy make. We are going to be using right angle weave, and we will be just using them in a triangle motion. So they're going to be 3 beads. We're always going to be like 3 sets of beads are going to be stitching together. So Barros beads, and I'm going to bring one up. I'm going to grab a needle. I'm going to get a new needle out. I'm going to treat myself to a new needle this morning. I'm going to get a new needle out. I'm going to zoom in, and I'm going to show you this bead a bit up close because it's such a nice bead. It's faceted, but it's got a really nice sort of clear sort of a cut on the side of the bead. Beautiful, beautiful bead to work with. There we go. Sorry, I was a bit out of shot there. And what's really great about using it with a kunos, I'm going to show it to you. Just pop this out on my mat as well. That they do fit together perfectly. So it's kind of like the cones on either side. They can just hug that Barros bead. And we can make all sorts of really, really nice patterns with it. Now, there is the same color in both of them available on the website, but I think using different colors, it just really highlights how nice they are go together. So let's get started. I'm going to grab some thread. So I want to match the thread more towards the beads rather than the larger beads and the crystals. So I'm going to use this tealy color. And then just very quickly, I'm going to thread my needle and get started. So we're going to working in sewing 3 beads together. And each time when we pick up a section, we're going to pick up one of our cone shape, one of our barros, and another one of our cone shape. Now, these cone shapes, what I'm working with, I'm just going to bring some in here. They are sort of all sorts of different color. It's like a multicolor pack there. So I'm not going to be worried about it too much, like which sets of colors I'm picking up when. I just want to use it sort of like poke my needle at it and see which one kind of like jumps on. So I have got like that multicolor going all the way through. So I'm going to pick up 3 sets of these. So let's pick them up from this pile. There we go, there's 2 sets. And the third one. 1, 2, 3. Right, I'm gonna go through all of these again. Let me just take this out of the shot so you can see what I'm doing better. I'm gonna go to all 3 of them again to form my first triangle. And shall we zoom in a tiny bit more? There we go. I want to have a nice solid base. I could knot my tail end and working it together when I get around, but I'm not going to because I don't want the knot to go into the hole of the beads. The Baros has a larger hole. The kunos is the hole on it's quite not small. It's still a decent size, but I think if I knotted my thread and fell together here, the knot will be too big. So I'm going to come through. I went once all the way around. I'm going to come through 1, 2 sets, so I'm away from my tail. And I'm going to start adding the next sections. So the first, for our base, we have picked up 3 sections. And from now on, all we need to do is pick up 2 sections. So I'm going to pick up kunos, barros, kunos. And then again, kunos, come on, barros, kunos. And I'm gonna look at this section here. I'm exiting at the top. I'm gonna come from the bottom and go through here. When I pull this up nice and tight, I got my next little section. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go through the next section, just following my thread path through. So I will be in the position to add further beads. And again, I'm picking up 2 sets. So kunos, barros, kunos, and again kunos, barros, kunos, And I'm exiting at the bottom here right now. So I'm going to come from the top, just like that, and go through this section. There we go. And once again, I'm going to go ahead and go through this section here, so I'm in position to add further beads. And I'm going to keep repeating this all the way down, adding all the beads on there. So I have got a nice base. Again, I am coming out at the top, so I'm going to come from the bottom. Lucy's saying the beads fit nicely together. Absolutely, they're really nice. I have tried, I played with this, like you know me. I played the other day. I played with it all afternoon, doing all sorts of different things. So never know, there might be more different patterns coming with this up soon. Different kits and different things. I have used the Kunas beads on their own. I really loved creating a few different shapes with it because it's so different. These little cones are so different from, you know, how they will fit on your beadwork. So I'm gonna keep on going and adding 2 sections at a time. If anybody has a question, please put a Q in front of your question so I know that is for me. And every time I'm keep on going, I'm adding 2, then I'm going to come through the next section to be in position to add more beads. Where is the hole? There we go. Jenny's saying it looks good. So Kunos, Baros, Kunos every single time. These beads are only launched last week, so they're brand new beads as well. From Par Puca. There we go, pulling it up and then going along. So I'm in position to add my next section. I'm just going to keep on going until I add all of it on there. There we go. So one section. These beads jumping away. There we go. Come on. There we go. Another section. Shani's saying looks very Christmassy. Yeah, those colors are kind of like, but I love the rainbow. But I think it looks quite nice and summery. And when we once we add the crystals in it, it's gonna shift our colorway slightly. It's about the proportions of colors you add together. It's not just about, like, you know, what colors you use together, because you can add 2-3 colors together, but it's depending of how much you use of each color. It's gonna make your bracelet different. So I'm just quickly trying to pick up these beads. And another Kunos. Then I'm gonna come, I'm exiting at the bottom, so I'm gonna come from the top. So we are doing a right angle weave. Usually we do it with 4 beads, but this time we're doing it with 3. It's very kind of like similar technique what we did on the Mia bracelet the other day, sewing 3 beads together. I'm picking up my next section. Margaret is saying, morning girl, thank you for this today. The colors look beautiful. Right, Kunos, Barros, Kunos, and another one. I went to, the school had a concert last night for my son's schools. They had a Jubilee Celebration, and we had such a nice night listening. The children sung so beautifully. And then they were playing instruments, and it was really, really wonderful evening last night. And it really sort of kind of put me in the mood of celebrating next week. So I would love to know what are you lot going and doing for the Jubilee weekend. Is anybody hosting a party? Does I'm coming around, or is anybody like going anywhere? Are we doing any barbecues or what's happening? Do let me know in the chat that what will you be up to next weekend for the Jubilee weekend. I think last night, sitting at the concert and listening to all the children to sing, and it was really wonderful because they had put so much work into it to learn all the songs, and some of them had solos, and like it was really wonderful. And it's kind of making you realize, it's making you think about that all these things, like they're so special because they only come around like not often. these special celebrations, and sometimes it's not like we take it for granted, but sometimes it's like you need to kind of like sit down and think about it, and then it's how special it is really. So I guess that's what I'm trying to say, and I'm just really, it was just really nice. It was a really nice atmosphere as well. They were doing all sorts of songs, from older to newer, some popular to, it was really some quiet songs. It was really, really a great evening. Celia is saying, our guide Kante is having a beacon lighting and sleepover. Ooh, Richard is saying we are having a street party. They're doing a street party here in Frinton as well, so I'm going to be going up on Friday. I'm just going to wander up and see what's there. So saying I'm doing Jubilee crafts with the guides this evening, making Union Jacks with melt beads and tiaras. Oh, wow. They'll be saying garden party here, Hall Road. Oh, great. I think it's so nice when like the community comes together and you do all sorts of things together, and these special celebrations are just so great for that. Bringing people together. There we go. Good Debbie saying garden party. So who's with Debbie? I got the garden parties. Is everybody going to one garden? Or everybody's having separate garden parties? That's what I would like to know. No. Mina is saying she's doing a Jubilee fair on Friday. Lucy's saying they're most likely to have a street party where she is. I think there's all sorts of things going on, and just gonna wander out. I'm not planning to do any party on my own at home. I think we're just gonna wander out with the children and see what there is. Maybe go for a nice walk. So I'm almost to the other end. I got 2 more sections to it. It does grow quite quickly, and I really do love the pattern. You could even leave it like this without adding the crystals, but I think adding the crystals, it just adds a little bit of a sparkle to it. So 2 more sections to go, I think. And then we are ready to start adding the clasp on one side. Then come back and add the crystals to the side. I love these beads. They fit together so perfectly. And they are brand new. They've only been released last week on Friday. I think it was, when was the 20th? I never know what day of the week it is. I think it was Friday, wasn't it? The 20th. Yeah. Yeah, Leanne just said to me from across the table that yes, it's 20th was last Friday. Right, let's have a look. I'm just adding this last section in. Is that the right amount? I think I got a couple of beads hiding just there. Yes, I need one more section, one or two more sections. Let's just put this on here. Yep, 2 more sections. There are a couple of beads hiding just there. One, two, three, four. And very quickly, I'm gonna add these 2 sections, and then we're gonna add the clasp. I really love this colorway. There we go. And the last of the Barros beads I'm adding. There we go. And then, oops, I almost came through the wrong section. I'm exiting at the top, so I'm gonna come from the bottom. Right, adding the clasp. I'm gonna come through this. I'm in the position. Adding the clasp is so easy. I'm gonna add gold clasp for this one because I think that will be nice, sort of a feature on the bracelet itself. And I'm gonna grab my crystals. So we're gonna start by picking up 2 crystals. I'm just undoing it here. I think I used to love school concerts. We had to pay £50 to the council to organize a street party, so are just having a garden party which will probably spread into the street. You know, sometimes you see on these adverts and I don't know, like in TV, that they close the whole road down and they put tables down the road and do all sorts of things. I don't know if there's anything like that is still a thing, or people do things like that. Right, I'm going to pick up 2 crystals. 1, 2, and I'm going to go through the loop on the clasp, just like that. There we go. And then, oh, sorry, no, mistake. back up. Forgot the Kunos beads. So 2 crystals and a Kunos bead. There we go. Then we're going through the loop. So I want that nice pointy end, sort of. I don't just want to come out of the crystal. A nice pointy end going, and like you can't see it. Let me just move up. Nice pointy end going to the clasp itself. So I'm going to come back through the Kunos and the 2 crystals, and I'm going to pick up an extra crystal here. I'm just going to turn this. I'm going to pick up an extra crystal here and just go and run down this side of the bracelet, pulling it nice and tight. And every single time I go to a section, I'm going to add a crystal into here. So I just pick up a crystal and go to these side beads. Pick up another crystal, go to the next lot, and I'm going to run all the way down to the other side. We're still going to come back up and add the other side, connect the other side of that bracelet. But first, I'm going to run all the way down and add the crystals in. Angela is saying they're lovely looking beads. I love them. They fit together so perfectly. They're so nice. And some of them has got a bit more shinier finish. Some of them has got a bit more velvety finish. There is so many colors on the website. Do check it out, because it's lovely to work with. And there we go. I'm adding the crystals on one side. And then when I get down to the bottom, so you need to identify at the end, like when you get down to the bottom, that because we're working with triangles, so we're going to have one side which will be closer to the clasp and the other side which is longer to the clasp. So we are going to, I'm just going to bring this one in here, we're going to have to add more crystals on one side and less crystals on the other side. So as I'm coming out of this bead here, I'll just get rid of this tail. Just pull that tail out of the way. I need to pick up 3 crystals because we're coming out of this side bead and not the top bead. So I'm going to pick up 3 crystals and the kunos bead. Then go through a loop on the clasp. So I added the loop on the other side, so I'm adding the T-bar here. And now I'm going to go back down the kunos 2 of the crystals. And I'm not continuing down this crystal here. I'm going to go straight across to the other side. This very end, kunos, Barros, kunos. Oops. And I lost my beads. There we go. So we're trying to hold it so I can show it to you the best. I'm going to pull this up nice and tight. And now I need to add the beads on this side. So because I'm not coming out of the side bead, I'm coming out of the end here. I'm going to pick up 4 crystals. And we will add the 5th one in just in a sec. So I'm picking up 4 crystals and a kunos bead. I'm going to come through the loop on the clasp again. Then go back through all 4 of them. Pick up a 5th one. Let me just turn this so I can pull it up nice and tight. Pick up a 5th one. And I'm going to start going down this side of the bracelet, adding the crystals in. So 1, 2, all the way down. There we go. Just adding 1 crystal in as I go along into every single section. Those crystals just really sparkle. I am caught up with my tail again. Those crystals just really give that little bit of sparkle to the design. But obviously, if you didn't want to add the crystals, you don't have to. But instead of crystals, you could add pearls. You could add all sorts of different 4mm beads in here. You could add a metal bead or, you know, any spacer bead, any glass bead. It's about 4mm in size you need. So I'm almost all the way down to the end. And as I'm coming out of the side bead, so I have to pick up all 5 crystals. If I was coming out of the top here, I would need to pick up 4 like we did on the other side. But because I'm coming out on the side, I'm going to pick up 5 crystals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a kunos bead. Then take my thread through the loop on the clasp. I'm going to go back through the kunos bead and 4 of the crystals. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And then I'm going to turn my direction and I want to create the thread path here. So I'm going to go up through this section. Now I have got a bit of thread here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn like with this, like you kind of like finish the pattern, but we want to strengthen it and we do want to make it a little bit more like, you know, I like if I got thread left, and I got probably about 1.5 feet left here. So if I got thread left, I usually just keep going around, reinforcing any thread path I have created, run down on the side or take the thread into the middle just to really make it stronger. Just I guess I'm over sort of cautious with bracelets and necklaces since Christopher was small, because he always used to like tug on it and try to take it off of me. So I am for a very long time. I'm always like sometimes double doing thread paths just to have a really nice and strong bracelet. But you don't have to. So I'm just going to run down, or equally I could go into any section and sort of just snake backwards and forwards, just adding some extra thread, filling up those holes of the beads. There we go. All the way along. And then when you had enough, you think like, That's it. I either got no thread left, or I can go through a bead, or like, you know, I'm finished. You want to do a 1 thread knot. So I'm gonna go in between and I'm gonna find the thread paths just there. So I just caught the thread with my needle. I'm gonna pull my needle through, and before this loop disappears, so this loop is gonna appear, and before this loop disappears, I'm gonna take my needle through this loop and pull it up nice and tight, and then take my thread off, through, not off. I'm gonna take my thread through a bead and then cut it off. And that's it, we have worked our thread off. And I would do the same thing for the tail to add it on and just sort of take it in. Oh, Charlotte, thank you so much for the stars. Really, really appreciate it. And you do have like a beautiful pattern. I'm going to zoom out a bit up here so you can see. And very easy to put it on and to take it off with the toggle clasp. Just going to pull. I know I got the thread there, which I haven't worked off yet, but we'll do that later. Oh, getting caught with the thread. So I'm gonna have to, there we go. I have added some lotion on my hand just before we went live, and it's really, really slippery, as you do. Well, I'm not gonna try to do it, but it's gonna annoy me. It's really hard to pull it through. So have a look at all the other colorways, what is in store. What is in store today? Simon has given us a 10%. There we go. Done it. Just had to pull it through. What is in store for you today? There is beautiful colors. I tried to kind of do some more sort of summer colors. Zoom out a little bit more, and sort of bronzy colors. I really do love the champagne gold with this almost like a black diamond color there. And obviously the one we've done today, this is really nice and colorful as well, a little bit darker, but I think it's perfect for summer. And really kind of those rainbowish colors got coming through from the Kunos beads. So has anybody's got any question? Lucy has popped the link in there for you. And how like, you know, it's only 40 minutes past 10 o'clock. I probably was chatting for like 10 minutes on the beginning at least. And now we have got a made up bracelet. Silly saying, we did wooden crowns decorated with gems with our brownies. They are only 7. Oh, bless, that must have looked really good. Lona's saying, I think you have missed one of the 3 crystals. No, I haven't, because in one side, lovey, you pick up 3 if you're coming out of the side and then go back through. In the other side, if you are here, if you're coming out of the very end bead, you pick up 2, you go around, and then you pick up the 3rd one. So depending on which Kunos Barros beads collection you were coming out of. But equally, like this one, I made it a little bit longer. You can add more crystals. So instead of 3 on one side, go for 4. And instead of 5 on the other side, go for 6. So you can really extend this bracelet with the crystals if you need to. Jubilee saying that's beautiful. And there's the link. Lucy popped the link in for us. Oh, thank you, Charlotte. Right. Okay, so what color are you gonna go for? There is 7 colors on the website. If I had my way, it probably would be 14. You know that. I do really love playing and putting colors together. So I guess this must be a first, like for me to finish almost like 11 and actually finish to make what we're doing, and is a stitched bracelet. So it's a very, very quick make. Do you really enjoy it? That's lovely bracelet. So you're saying thank you for showing this, but thank you for coming and thank you for watching. I really do appreciate every single one of you. Right. Okay. So announcements. This Sunday is the last creation station on Sunday. Our creation station is moving to Wednesday from next week. So we're going to have one on Sunday and then be having one on Wednesday at 7 p.m. next week. Also Natalie's video on Friday. I haven't got the diary in front of me, so I'm not sure what she's doing, but I'm sure she's up to something really good. And Bead Club, we are doing a beautiful lariat at the moment. Have I got the lariat here again? Oh, she's just gonna pass me the lariat. We started it yesterday, and we're gonna finish it next week. Just pass me the lariat. I don't need the bus. Oh, daisy chains on Friday. So this is what we were doing, because I always kind of like forget to show what we're doing in the Bead Club. This is what we were doing yesterday. And we started the chain, and next week we're going to be decorating it. Beautiful, beautiful technique. It's a lariat. It goes quite down, like, you know, to my belly button. Quite a long necklace, and you don't need any clasp when you do something like this. I really love it. This is a lilac lariat, and you can shape it and do smaller or larger ones, and you could do all sorts of different things with it. So that's what's happening in the Bead Club. And obviously next week we're going to have the Jubilee weekend, so everybody is looking for some, I'm looking forward to have a few days off. So beadclub.online is the website you need to go through to have a look at the Bead Club. You can join for 7 days for free to try it out and come in and have a lesson. And we have got 2 teacher-led lessons a week, and then 2 members-led, sort of just go in and chit-chat, and for everybody just sort of be together and be together, be together and bead together during the week, and all sorts of things we are up to. You can watch back previous ones if you're missing a class. So it's really it's a nice. I really love it. Bead Club is one of my favorite things in the week. Just sort of getting there and just sort of chatting to all the ladies and listening to even them chatting in between themselves. Right, everybody, have a beautiful week. I will be back on Sunday night with Creation Station. We are working with Par Puca beads on Sunday as well, and I cannot really wait that what we're gonna come up with. Oh, Lucy is saying Bead Club is the place to be. So many fantastic makes. Yeah, we've done so many different things. It's been going on for a year and a half. I cannot believe it. Like, we've been going on for so long. Right, everybody have a beautiful day.